We'll give this a shot. What do you think? Try it one more time. I don't know if this is it, man. I don't know if this is it's really I don't know if going on here and doing this live thing is probably the right thing to do either. I'm telling you, I'm in a very strange headspace. I don't know really don't know where to even start, you know? You hear those sirens in the background. That's a good sign, isn't it? Isn't that great sign? Yeah. Everything makes sense right now, like everything. Oh man, God. I don't know if anyone's gonna drop in, you know. So how this thing kind of works is, you'll get some live people that'll actually watch you live. For any of you guys that don't know, like what happens usually is I'll get on here and I'll talk. Maybe one or two people and maybe not, but then maybe they might watch the video after having done it. So maybe we can do it. We'll see what happens. It's usually better at night though than it is during the day. I notice the difference. So I wind up when I make a video, and I don't get a live any sort of people interacting with me at all or watching me, I'll just delete it. I won't go and post it. Although I should probably still do it. Sometimes I come up with some good stuff. I'll talk about things that are pretty interesting. Yeah, it's not really probably customary to talk about personal things that happen in my life. It's probably not a good idea to do that, but God, it's so fucking interesting. I don't even know. Like, I keep saying I don't know where to start, and it's like I really don't. I keep talking about basically what I say is this year, 2025, is very symbolic to the year 2005. And I get into a lot of that kind of subject matter. So you guys probably wouldn't understand that. You would be probably like, what are you talking about? But in case you guys didn't know, I just lost my mom, like literally last week. And I'm just like, wow, man, it's like I lost everybody. I lost my family, dude. I lost my friends. All my friends died. It's like it feels like because 2005 was such a strangely different year from any other year I ever had before it. It was like the first year where everything changed in my life and it was strangely uncertain in a way that I never knew. Like it was the most incredibly odd, different year of my life. I'm sitting down at the computer and I'm watching this movie called Making the Grade with Judd Nelson. And my mom and my dad were divorcing. I was sitting in the apartment. I was in this apartment on Flamingo in Decatur. And I was by myself. I was like spending so much time alone in that apartment. And it was driving me crazy. Like I do remember that. I used to take all these walks all the time and that. So here I am. It's as if all the events that took place after 2005 or even sort of later on in 2005 it started working out. It's as if all of that never happened. It's like everything from that point on never happened. It's like my life as an actor, me getting together with JD, hooking him up with my mom back in 2005 towards around Thanksgiving. It's like the whole thing, and all the crazy people I met in the acting industry 2013 through 2019, which was a separate time period that if you guys don't know, I have a whole thing on that too that you guys would not understand, I promise, but I try to make things make sense because I see things a very different way. But It's as if I'm still sitting in front of that computer watching that movie. I watched it. I went to sleep, had a dream. And it's odd because I just watched that today. I pulled that up, I watched it again today. I was like, here I am again, sitting down watching a movie called Making the Grade, which I'm sure you probably might have heard that movie. It doesn't matter. It's just that's the movie. Okay, that's the one. Not that that particular movie has any relevance to my life. It's just that was the movie I was watching at the time. So here I am, and I'm like, I watched it. I pulled it up to watch, and I'm by myself again. I said it pretty well the other night. Maybe I can try to share it and make it as good as I made it sound last night. But it's almost like I'm a casting director. I'm a casting director. And in the year 2005, I casted for a fabulous show that lasted clear up to 2024. It was sensational. The characters were absolutely sensational. There were times when people didn't like the show as much, and there were times when people liked it too much. Then one day it's canceled, it's over, but it had its long run, you know. And now here I am, a casting director again, trying to cast a cast like that, to have a cast like that. My mom, JD, my grandmother, these people in my life, Jean, Alan, all these people that were a big part of that time frame. And I got to try to find a cast that can even be something that could even remotely live up to that. And that's what it feels like right now, you know? It's exactly what it feels like. It might be odd to you, but all those people are gone. If anybody knows, I mean, I hope Gene's okay. I don't know if he is. I've been trying to call him. I can't get a hold of him. So if he ever watches this video, call me, please. But God, I don't know, man. It's like your life is a TV show. Everyone's life is in some form or another. I feel like it is, and it's like when you're alone, for real. I'm not talking about being lonely because your boyfriend or girlfriend broke up with you. That's not being alone. I'm talking about being alone. Everybody's a stranger when you go out. You got to assemble another team of people. And it's like that cast of characters aren't just cast of characters in a TV show. They're a cast of characters that are going to be in your life. Are they going to be as good? Is it even possible that I'll even be able to assemble that cast? I don't know. That's how I feel. Trying not to cry, guys. I mean, it's like, oh, it's good to cry. You're supposed to cry. That's what you're supposed to do. And it's like, I know. I just don't want to spare you guys that. I don't want to put you guys through all that. You didn't click this video to watch me sit and cry. It's just one too many now. It's like I lost everybody, man. I got my brother and my sister. I got that. And I am very grateful for that. Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful for that. Hmm. It's nobody watching this still, so I guess I can cry if I want to. It's my party and I can cry if I want to. Odd thing is too, was in 2005, I was so hooked on these Brat Pack movies. I'd sit and watch all these 80s Brat Pack movies and take walks out in the complex of the apartment complex, and I was always by myself. And I was just hanging out watching these 80s Brat Pack movies like 16 Candles and things like that, you know? And I'm really quite fond of that. And I have a strange hankering for that again. I think that's quite strange, you know? For some of you guys out there who know Star Wars Episode 3 was in theaters in the summer of that year. It was quite a it made quite the noise that year. It was a big part of that time frame, especially for me in that time. That movie went into theaters again this year. Oh, and it made quite a lot of money too, interestingly enough. It's just so strange how everything worked out. It is. It's like it's 2005 again, but this time instead of my mom having heart problems and actually getting through them because she was buying the company, the stress and the anxiety was absolutely out of control for her at the time. I woke up to find out she didn't make it. And then everything that happened was something I dreamt. It's almost like the whole thing never happened. All these people I talk about, all these names I rattle off, all these people I knew, it's almost like they never existed. I know they did. It just feels like it didn't. It just feels like all of this happened, and I woke up and the stress and anxiety of mom taking on the ownership of the company overwhelmed her to the extent that it actually killed her. Anxiety never happened. We never crossed paths. Later on, I was with my boyfriend Gene, got an apartment with him, 2010, 2011. It's almost like that never I can't even get a hold of him. It's almost like what happened? He doesn't even exist. I don't know if he's alive or dead. I don't know. And I don't again, I don't know that I should probably put you guys through all this. Like I feel like I just have to talk. God, I gotta talk. I can't stand it. I gotta say something. And there's no one around to talk to, so I could talk to the camera. That's what I feel. You guys don't have to watch it. You can click off anytime. Believe you me, you can. It's just insane. I don't know. It just feels that way, okay? It's like the strangest thing is, amongst all of this that's happening to me, the people that were always kind of legendary in my life that I never really had much to do with or heard a lot about, but didn't really see them much, or if at all, they're sort of the main characters in this storyline, if you can believe that. And they're calling me Jessica. People are calling me Jessica. It's like, what happened to Jess T? Like, I feel like I don't exist anymore. I really do. But I do. It's not that I don't exist, it's that the existence that I had it's been wiped clean. And now I'm Jessica again. And I gotta prove to people that I'm Jess T. I gotta find those people. I gotta get those people back in my life. And it's like I believe in stuff like that. I think that's it. Don't don't no, listen. Don't go out looking for it. Don't go out looking for people and trying to find people in somebody that they're not. Don't do that. I'm not telling you that. I don't want you guys to come away thinking that. That's not at all what I'm getting at. But you'll be busy with things that you're supposed to do. Do those things. You don't know who you're going to meet when and where or even how. I saw something and then that blinked and went off. Damn it. Yeah, I thought we had one viewer, but I guess we don't. It's okay. Don't think anybody wants to sit and watch me talk about this stuff. Then again, there's people that watch, I mean, come on, there's a lot of people that talk about stuff all the time. It's just somebody talking in front of the camera. There's a lot of different things that you can pull up and watch nowadays. How am I any different? I don't know. But don't try to look for things. You can't find people like that. Like, I remember I had a friend in Virginia in 2010 who was really, really, really dear to me. I was really close with her. She looked just like Linda Hamilton, talked just like her, smoked just like her, everything. She was literally Linda Hamilton, and she was really cool. I really liked her. And that whole story, that whole thing, I mean, like, it's like you lived all these different lives with all these different people that you were real close friends with, you know? JD is definitely highly regarded as my top best friend of all. I shouldn't grade people or rate them or anything. You shouldn't do that, but JD was particularly the most special. So, you just don't get that again. Don't try to find those people in new people. Don't try to do that. What you can do, though, is do these people you know today, can they hold that? Can they meet that even halfway? I don't know. But don't try to look for it, because you will disappoint yourself if you're doing it. You can't have that very person the same way they were back that way again. You can't. Certainly feels like you can try though, doesn't it? Don't kid yourself. I've thought of it many times. You gotta appreciate the person you meet as that person you meet. You have to appreciate it that way, you know? And maybe they have a whole different sense of magic that could mean so much to you now. And you don't know who that person's gonna be. I just don't know. I don't know what the future holds now. Everything's it's so bizarre. It's as if, all of this never happened. It just feels that way, you know? It feels as if this whole thing never happened. Like I'm still sitting at that computer desk watching that movie in the apartment alone, contemplating, do I want to take a walk or not after I get done watching? And that's exactly what I thought. It's like, oh, you're letting your mind run away with you right now. And it's like, no, I think this is good. I think what I'm doing right now is I'm making sense of everything as much as I can, you know? Most of us should do that, you know? Have that stimulating conversation because like I said in many other videos before, that's one of the problems with humanity today. Society, we don't know how to talk about unique subject matter. We don't know how to formulate a good conversation with interesting topics, interesting I think that's something we should do. Most people don't have that at all. Most people have a very transient, you know, transactional sort of way of talking to each other, and then they wonder why they can't find a girlfriend or boyfriend, and they're crying in front of the camera in their car, wondering why they can't find a girlfriend, or a girl is rapping on what's wrong with men today, and I think a lot of it's just antisocial behavior. I think a lot of it's a great many things really, but it's simpler than you think. It's not this whole thing about men and women don't like each other. Men have to reassert their masculinity. I mean, I think we're getting a little really too far with that. I think there's an element of real conversation that just doesn't happen. There's a lot of channels on here, if you know, that talk about that. That do so much better than what I'm telling you. They do you a lot better than what I'm telling you. But it's like all this mumbo jumbo about how, you know, men aren't masculine enough and women should be going after men that are tall and how much money they got in their bank account. And it's like, well, they believe it enough, they'll start actually really doing it. And that's exactly what's been happening. So antisocial behavior comes from a lot of different sources. I mean, you name it. I mean, but it's a lot simpler than you think. At least that's how I see it. You know, it's like relationships are complicated. Love and romance is very complicated when just the opposite's true. It's actually very simple. How come you like this guy? Does this guy like you back? Oh, it's complicated. No, it's that he doesn't like you and you like him. Simple. What else so hard to figure out? You know, it really is. It's like it's not that hard. It's just realizing it and understanding that as a reality. We don't want that. We want to try to find that, oh, well, maybe he does like me. It's just something it's complicated. It's like, no, it isn't. You know, a lot of us like people, you know, for the wrong reasons and go after people for the wrong reasons too, you know? And then we convince ourselves that it's complicated when the truth is we're complicated. Romance in and itself is very simple. And why it doesn't work is because we don't want to become better people. Our expectations are far too high for even you know, for anything at this point. Like very unreasonable expectations nowadays. It's like going on a date is like going to a job interview now. And it's really sad, in my opinion, you know. I don't care how much money a guy's got in his bank account. I really don't give a flying fuck, you know. If he's somebody that I value and he has value, a man of value has value and doesn't need to hide behind a bank account to prove it. I don't fucking care. You know, that's me. That's how I see it, you know. You know that the way women start going after men too, that makes me kind of cringe too. It makes me cringe, you know. It's like men trying to reassert their masculinity and then women are like, "Oh, you know, this is what they need to have. They have to check these boxes in order to be a boyfriend." And it's like, well, fuck that shit, right? Like I'm not with that, you know. Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. A good person is such a rare thing that you know, if you're gonna walk around doing that and then cry later, I mean, it's like, oh, relationships are complicated. It's like, no, they're not. It's really simple. It's fucking simple, man. It's not hard. You know, we want it to be hard so we can hide our problems behind everything and then just say it's complicated and that pretty much fills in the blanks for you. When the truth is it's simple. Oh, you want this person to like you because you have all this money. You want this woman to like you because you are jacked. You drive a Maserati. You have a pretty big bank account. Those are all the qualities that'll win a woman over. And then you're teaching women how to go after men in a very strange fashion. Like I don't know that that's going to get you anywhere in life. You know. I mean, not to get into that. I don't I mean that has nothing to do with where I'm at right now. But I'm just saying. You know, it's I can't have these conversations with anybody now. All my friends have passed away. But if they were around, they knew how to have those conversations. They knew how to articulate a conversation like that, and I was lucky because I had friends that most people could never have in a lifetime, but I lost them. You can't have everything, I guess. Fair weather friends last forever because they're fake. Just like fake plants and fake flowers, they last forever because they're fake. Things that are real, the best things in the world, don't last. They don't. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm starting to like well up pretty good here. I'm crying a little bit, yeah. And it's okay, man. Like, you know what? I've been strong for a long time. It's like now it's like fuck, I'm back in that 2005, and boy was I crying a lot that year. It's probably the last time I cried so damn much. Now we're back to this again. It's like that whole chunk of time that I got, it did happen. It did. It's not that it didn't. It just feels like it didn't happen. I want that. I want something special, you know? I really do. I really do. Strange, I know. You guys, what am I watching? What am I listening to? You're probably thinking to yourself right now. Listen to a real fucking human being talking about stuff that's real, not a channel with a bunch of edited content and things cut. You're watching somebody literally talk, just sitting here talking. That's what you're watching right now. And you don't have to. Again, you're online. You can click that button right there, click it, or just X the tab out. Nobody's making you watch this. I got nothing to hide. I don't fucking need to. It's just, I'm proud of the things I had. Most people aren't. Most people hate themselves. Most people get themselves in bad relationships and convince themselves that they need to stay in it or have a good relationship and not realize what they had, walk away because they still haven't really known who they are yet. Once you know, you don't unknow. Let me tell you something. You don't unsee, you don't unknow. I mean, there's people that have held on to friendships since they were like in like elementary school, and and their friends say hi here and there on Facebook, and that's about it. My friends, man, they were with me through everything. And I had good parents too. This is crazy being here by myself like this. It's bizarre in ways that I can't describe. And to you guys, it's like, or for most average people, that's life. You got to get used to being alone. But why do I have to? Let me ask you something. You're going to do things in life on your own. You're gonna. But don't think that for a second that turning to someone else and having that conversation and meeting people and having team effort is a sign of weakness because it's not. You listen to me. Nothing is one man. One man everything. One band, one man band, whatever you want to call it. There's always other people involved. I don't care who you are and what you say. Don't discredit that. A lot of us don't acknowledge those people. Oh, I did this myself. I worked hard all on my own. I got here on my own. Well, yeah, you did, but you met the right people. Did you not? You met the right people that got you that job or got you in that place, got your foot in the door. You met people on that job that listened to you, maybe had your back a few times. Maybe you joked with them and it became the best friendship of your life. I don't want to hear about how you did everything on your own. Yeah, we did a lot of things on our own, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not knocking that. But what I'm saying is to celebrate being alone all the time, to celebrate independence in such a way where it becomes unhealthy is not okay either. You want independence. You don't want too much. Too much of anything can be the demise. Why do you think people are so damn antisocial today? Oh, well, men are being more masculine and women are this and that now and this and it's like, listen, this independence is a thing is getting out of control. You need independence. But if your whole being is that all the time, and that's to be celebrated, I find that a bit concerning. Then you learn to ignore the folks that did help you get ahead. Oh yeah, he was just a guy that, he got me in the door. But that's his job, it's what he does. He could have said no. Things could have happened so differently. I'm not trying to ruin your day. I'm not trying to ruin your day. I'm not trying to stick lessons in anybody's. I'm not trying to lecture anybody because I have no right to do that. And if that's what I'm doing, I'm sorry. It's just antisocial behavior is what I see all the time on the reg, daily, all the time. And sometimes you gotta reach out and help people sometimes. And then when they help you back, it's nice, you know? And I forget that. I don't ever forget that. Always acknowledge that. Sometimes I fail to do it, just like other people do. Oh, that was several years ago. I remember that. Yeah, but I made friends with the right teacher, and that teacher saw something in me that would have made the difference in my scholarship. Maybe not. All I know is you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of people want to say that they do. And a lot of people are going to play that expert role in your life. And you give somebody the chance to point their finger at you and tell you what you need to do, they will do it because they're not happy. And you see all their insecurities starting to show all before your very eyes. I will never let myself be that person. I do not want to be that person that starts lecturing people and showing people, hey, I'm the expert in your life. I'm the one that knows everything. Well, I don't want to be told what I need to do. You're either going to help me or you're going to move aside. Team effort is the most important thing. No matter how you cut that, no matter how you slice that, it always takes people, other people. Even if you want to say, well, I did everything myself. And there's a lot of things that we do actually do ourselves. But where did you get that mind frame from? What, who gave you the know how to do that? I'm not trying to give you that. I don't want to start getting into that. The truth is, I'm just kind of in a very strange headspace, and I'm very. It's strange. I mean, everything's happening, and it's all not happening at the same time. But I don't wanna bore you guys with that kind of thing, I know you can get that anywhere else, like, there's a lot of channels that do that, that talk about those kinds of things. There's a lot of self-help channels, there's a lot of people that tell you, you know, "Fuck people." Like, there's channels like that, and they make a lot of sense too, a lot of them do. But don't think for a second that you have to avoid people all the time, like, we're getting to a point where everybody just hates people, and it's almost like that's the right thing to do. That's what's being celebrated. You just avoid everybody and not talk to people, and then what people do is they walk around thinking, "Oh, I'm socially awkward. Maybe I have autism or something. Maybe I'm part of the spectrum." And the truth is it's not that you're part of the spectrum. You just aren't used to talking to people anymore. You've gotten to a point where you didn't need to anymore. You're not autistic. You just don't talk to people because you don't need to. We all get a little socially awkward here and there. I think that's normal. But anyway, I just thought maybe I'd put together like, oh, okay, I'm feeling a little social. Maybe I'll make a video. What the hell, right? See what happens. Like, see who watches it. Because you can see when people log in, watch it live. And it's like, oh, I'd like to see if anyone's actually watching. Yeah, it stayed 0 all the time. So we'll see after I post it. Maybe we'll get some afterburn or something, hopefully. If not, it's okay. But it's like, there's a lot of things that I feel right now because I am alone now for real. It's not like I feel alone like I did back in 2013 all the way through 2019. I felt alone. I was going out and dating guys and trying to go to parties and go to places I probably shouldn't have been going to when I was working in the acting business. And you feel alone because you're going to parties that you're not really supposed to be at. You've got to get up early. You've got a gig tomorrow, but here you are at this party staying up till like 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning. And nothing special comes of that, I promise you. You know, and you think you're alone. You think, oh, nobody likes me, nobody's paying attention, nobody talks to you. But that's because you're putting yourself in a place where you're around people that are going to make you feel alone, even if they're not trying to. But what you don't realize are the people that are on your side, the people that are in your life. You start taking that for granted, and that you're not actually alone. You know, when those people aren't around anymore, and we'll talk. And that's where we are now. And we're talking right now. That's where we are today. And it's where I am. And it's like I don't know where to turn. I mean, I got my brother and sister, thank God. However, my brother and I are both kind of working in the dark, totally in the dark. My sister's out in Idaho trying to work in the dark. You know, we don't have the integrity of someone older that can kind of give us a little bit of a hint about how things work. Everything's just kind of being thrown at you all at once. You don't have time to look up how to assume a mortgage. I don't even know the first thing. It's like these concepts, these words, these agencies, documents, certifications, stuff's confusing to me. Like I said, I feel like Edward Scissorhands. You ever feel like you'll watch that movie, Edward Scissorhands? You all see that movie? That's me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. I have regular hands. That's the only difference. But I literally feel like that. Going out there and I don't know and nothing works. And I don't know how things are. It's just, and I can't even start to articulate that. It's like I don't even know where to start. And you got to be careful who you tell that to. They can really make all kinds of, meet the wrong person doing that. Still got to have your wits about you at the same time. But man, what a surreal reality. I mean, it's like it's as if 2005 still is happening right now because technology hasn't really changed much anyway. So I mean, what difference does it make? You know, but it still feels like that right now. It's almost as if everything that started taking place in the beginning of that year, around April, I'm sitting at my computer watching these 80s movies. Didn't know how to use a computer to save my life, but I was able to pull things like that up. I used to use the DVD. I put the DVD in the computer. That's what I'm using now. What are the odds? It's like I'm back at square zero. It's like I'm here watching that movie Making the Grade with Judd Nelson in it by myself, just as I did before. That very movie. And JD didn't really happen. Mom didn't wind up actually making it to own the company. Damn it, that's the whole thing. It's almost like that. This time on a larger scale. The uncertainty of 2005. That's why I talk about that in the relationship between 2005 and 2025. There's a strong relationship between the two. And boy, is it real. I mean, I don't know if it has something to do with the number five being at the end of each year, because 2015 had no significance at all. Yeah, 2015 had absolutely no significance at all. There was nothing significant about that year. But this one, yeah. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know. It's funny. I mean, even down to the wire, man. I was taking walks out in the complex when I was in that apartment complex, and I'd just be outside walking, whether it be at night, during the day, always by myself, not knowing what was going to happen. Here I am, man, all over again. And with that note, I'm going to take a walk. So I'm going to leave you with that. If anyone watched this, leave some kind of comment, tell me where, if you want something, anything. Just be nice. Be nice, That's something a lot of people can't seem to do these days. And if I offended anyone, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just showing you kind of where I stand. But I'm going to go take that walk. So we're going to go ahead and do that.